Hello, healthy food lovers. Today we're cooking up something delicious. Pan-fried salmon paired with butternut squash. Get ready to tantalize them taste buds. Wow your friends and family as I did with this delicious dish. You're going to love it. So we're going to start with our salmon. I use frozen salmon from Farm Foods. It's so easy because they're already individually wrapped. So I take them out, leave them to defrost in the fridge, and then they're good to go. So I'm just going to take them out the packet. All of them. I'm doing 6. It's a family of 4. I've got some men. So we wash them lightly with lemon, and then I just pat them a little bit dry and then put seasoning on. You use the seasoning you enjoy. I've used fish seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, cayenne pepper, thyme, and chili. I also like to use garlic, but I haven't got any in today. So season them up both sides and let them sit to marinate. While they're marinating, I'm going to prepare my butternut squash. I'm using a whole butternut squash. I've washed it. I've left the seasoning on. And I'm just going to chop it into thin slices. After you've cut up your butternut squash, put them on a pan. And we're going to add some seasoning. I use a similar seasoning, which is going to be cayenne pepper, all-purpose seasoning, and I'm going to drizzle it with olive oil. So that goes in the oven, and I'm going to go back to my fish. So I'm going to crack 1 egg, or 2 if you want, depending on how many fish you're doing. I'm going to scramble that. I've scrambled that. And then I'm going to put wholemeal flour on a plate. And you can add some seasoning to your wholemeal flour if you want, some like black pepper, a bit of fish seasoning just to give it a bit of flavour. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dip it in the egg on both sides and then put it straight on into the batter of flour and then straight onto the baking tray. So while that's there, I'm going to I've taken out my butternut squash. I'm just going to flip it over. You can add a little bit more oil for crunch and a bit more seasoning. I'm not, because I just don't want to put that extra, but look at that. Oh, whoop, on the one side. Let's have a taste. Oh my days. So nice, so sweet, so succulent. Okay, let's go back to the fish now. So our fish is marinated, it's battered. We're going to put some oil into the pan. And I'm actually showing you the order in which to do the food so that the food is nice and hot all at the same time, ready to eat. And this dish is actually just half an hour. It looks like a lot, but it isn't. So we've got the fish here. And all I'm going to do, I've put a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of the pan. You can put more if you want to. So it's not like a shallow fry. It's just basically coated the pan. And I'm putting that on a medium heat. You put however many you can get in the pan so that they fit snug and not on top of each other. Salmon is a very quick fish to cook. So it's literally going to be 5 minutes on each side. So I looked in the fridge and I have a little tiny bit of rice at the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to make that into like a cabbage stir fry while my fish is doing. So I'm using spray oil. This is an olive oil spray. You can use olive oil if you want to. And I chopped up my onions, so I'm just gonna start sauteing my onions in spray oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of soy sauce just to give it some extra flavor, and I'm gonna put some seasoning in. So I'm using bit of cayenne pepper because I like the heat. Now I'm just going to add the cabbage. Well, this is kale washed, and in with the onions that goes. Just stir it up, get it a bit warm so it starts softening a little bit. I don't want it too soft because I want to keep all the vitamins and minerals. When we cook it for too long, it gets rid of all the good stuff. Then I've added that little bit of rice that was at the bottom of the pan, and look how much food that has made. Isn't that fantastic? That literally took 2 minutes. That's kale, a bit of rice, onions, and this is the egg that I used because I don't like to waste nothing. So now this rice becomes an egg fried rice, and I just scrape that into the rice, give it a little mix, and then you have a cabbage or kale egg fried rice. Don't waste your food, guys. So now that's done. Everything is done at the same time. I'm taking out the butternut squash, some salmon, and this is caramelized dinner, so he's having 2 salmons. This is so high in protein, guys. We've got the salmon, got the butternut squash, we've got the veg, we've put the eggs into the rice, so you got kind of like an egg fried rice. And this is the dish, and it was so tasty. And it's ready to serve up fast, cost effective, tasty. You can invite your friends, family over, and they will think you spent hours in the kitchen. Delicious. Are you going to give it a try?